Okay. So in the previous class, we learned about all those components found in the food, right? We learned pretty
Yes,
much about everything in the previous class. We learned about carbohydrate. We learned about protein, fats, vitamins, minerals. Hmm. We also learned about how do you test for the presence of components like protein or fat in a given food item. Like for example, for protein also we learned that because for protein and fats, mainly the tests are conducted for starch, which is a type of carbohydrate test, or where we studied about the test for presence of a starch, for presence of protein, and for fat. Let me quickly revise that part. Because many times the students tend to forget that concept. Okay, no? So you'd be taking 5 minutes to quickly recollect what we studied about this. First of all, you'd be learning about how do you test for the presence of starch in a food. So we can test whether starch is present in a particular food item or not by pouring 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution over it. You have a dilute iodine solution. When I say dilute, no. When I say the dilute iodine solution, that means that some water is dissolved in it. Dilute iodine solution. Dilute means that it is weak and water is dissolved in it. So you take 2 to 3 drops of this dilute iodine solution and drop it on the food for which you are doing the starch test. If the color of the food changes, if the color of that part of the food changes to blue black, if that changes to blue black, thereby it shows that starch is present in that food item. Or basically, we can say that that food item contains carbohydrate because we have learned previously that starch is one of the type of carbohydrate which we have.
sir.
Yes.
But for our in our for we also did the experiment in the science lab. So
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, for our ma'am told that we have to take a test. Yeah, we have to take a test tube and then do those experiments. We
Yeah,
also did in the science lab.
you can do that also. What you can do now, instead of taking a potato, you can take a test tube, and in this you can put some rice paste or rice solution. You can take some rice water basically. You understand what is rice water? When
Yes,
rice
sir.
is cooked, water is also added into it, no? So that is rice water. So you can do this for this also. You can do the test for this also. So there also the color will change to blue black. That is also one of the way to test for the presence of starch right now. So hope it is clear. That is a test for the starch. So iodine starch, that test is called as iodine starch test. It's a procedure used to test for the presence of starch in a food. Furthermore, we learned about protein also. We learned about various things about protein, and we learned about the Biuret test also. It is called as BUIRET, Biuret test. See, food like different type of meats, different food items like cheese or butter, milk, fishes, egg, they are a good source of protein. So you can do the protein test in a following manner. You take some amount of Biuret test. You will be adding 2 milliliter of, let's say, you would be adding milliliter of this Biuret on the food sample. Biuret test, basically, it's a Biuret reagent. It's a chemical substance. It is nothing but basically it is made up of sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. This Biuret reagent is basically made up of sodium hydroxide plus copper sulfate
Copper.
solution. If you have these two compounds, if you have these two solutions, now you have sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. You can prepare a Biuret reagent. What you can do, you will take 2 milliliter of sodium hydroxide and add 5 to 6 drops of copper sulfate into sodium hydroxide. Thereby, this Biuret reagent is ready. Now, as you drop it into the food sample, you have taken the sample solution. Say that you have taken meat, for example. You would make a solution of meat by basically mixing it with water in grinder. You will simply grind it with water. You have a sample solution ready. As you drop uh, as you drop some Beirut reagent on it, the color will change to purple, thereby indicating that protein is found in it. Getting it now?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so that is the thing about it. Furthermore, you can test for presence of fat is very simple. It is one of the simplest way to test. What you can simply do to test for fats, take a small quantity of some food item and wrap a piece of paper around that. Say that you have taken some food item, let us say you have taken some ground nut, let us say you have taken some nut, and cover it with a piece of paper right now, and then crush it, crush that thing, and then later on allow it to dry, allow that paper to dry, and then this is how that oil drop will look on it. So this oil dab, this patch, this is how this oily patch is going to look like. So after drying that paper, you will see a film of an oily patch on this paper. While holding it against light, you will observe that light will pass through this patch. So it becomes translucent. We know about opaque objects, which does not allow light to pass through it. No light can pass through it,
Yes.
right? Now, then you have transparent, no,
And then translucent.
and then translucent. So this paper now becomes translucent, right now. This paper becomes translucent because of fat in it. So this allows light to partially pass through it, meaning that 50% or 60% of light will be able to pass through it. That is test for the presence of fat. Then in the chapter we learned about different type of vitamins also. Okay. I'd be asking few questions regarding vitamins and minerals from you guys. You guys have to answer that. See, while learning about vitamins, we learn there are different types of vitamins. And we also learned that what are the sources upon eating what kind of food you'd be getting those vitamins, if you guys can recall. Hmm? We learned about different types of vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D. Then you have vitamin B12, vitamin K. Getting it, guys? You have
Yes, sir.
vitamin B12. You have
Vitamin
vitamin
K.
vitamin K. Huh? Then you have vitamin B2. Vitamin B2 is also
Sir,
a vitamin.
if there is vitamin B2 like that, so is there any same sources of like same sources or different?
For vitamin B2, see,
Yeah.
a particular food item can contain different type of vitamins. A particular food item can contain different type of vitamins at the same time. Getting it what I'm trying to say? Say, for
Yes, sir.
example, leafy green vegetables. The leafy green vegetables contain vitamin A, huh? While the leafy green vegetables, some of them will contain vitamin K also. Vitamin K also. Like, do tell me,
Yes.
guys, broccoli, it's a green leafy vegetable. It's a green vegetable, isn't it? Okay.
What, sir?
Broccoli, it's a green vegetable, no?
Yes.
Right? And by eating some other leafy green vegetables, let us say you have spinach or you have some other green vegetables. So spinach, broccoli, they are green leafy vegetables. See, by eating broccoli, you'd be getting vitamin K and you'd be getting some amount of vitamin A also. Huh?
Yes.
So same food item can contain multiple type of vitamins. Okay, now Jason and Halima, it's not a surprising thing to know that a particular food item will contain only one type of vitamin. No, it can contain
So,
different type
like
of
for
vitamin.
example, you can take an egg. It can contain vitamin D, B, and A.
Yeah, in that manner we can say. Getting it
Okay.
now? Hmm. Similarly, for example, you have one more food. Like for example, talking about egg. Huh? So egg contains vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is found in egg. Getting it, guys? While egg
Yes.
contains vitamin D also. Here also it is written na, egg contains vitamin D also. Okay, na Jason and Halima. So a food item can contain multiple type of vitamins in it. So that is the thing. We talked about roughage also in the previous class. I hope this thing was clear to everyone. Many times the students get confused in this. Did you guys understood that properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is the another name of roughage?
Dietary
Dietary
fibers.
fiber.
Well done, dietary fibers. Okay, na? Okay. Do they provide any nutrition to you?
No, sir.
No.
No. Okay. But they are important. How are they important?
They help us to keep food and waste
Hmm.
um, in in intestine. No, they help us to digest food.
Okay.
Um,
But
food for
hmm,
bacteria found in the gut.
very good. Also helps in easy absorption of food. Helps in movement of the food and prevents constipation. Right now. And this dietary fiber is made up of a carbohydrate called as cellulose. This cellulose is found in the plant-based food or animal-based food. Yeah,
Plant based.
Plant based.
plant-based food. Plant-based food, very good. So that is what roughage is. We learned about minerals also, right now. So minerals, we did learn that they are used by the body to perform various functions, like they help to, they are important for formation of strong bones. They are
Teeth
important for
and blood cells.
exactly teeth, blood cells. Yeah, Jason and Halima, they are important for your normal heartbeat. They are important to make hormones. They are important to for manufacture of nerves also. So one such example of mineral is, let's say, iodine. You all know it's a mineral, and this mineral, if you are not getting sufficient amount of this iodine thereby, look at this image over here. If you don't get sufficient amount of, you'll be some the person who does not get this in sufficient amount, the thyroid gland will swell right now. So it will
Yes,
swell, and that leads to a condition called as thyroid. I mean to say, goiter.
goiter.
Although minerals are required in a small amount, some of the important minerals are as follows: calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, sodium, potassium, etc. And we learned about the, like, iodine is important for the thyroid hormone, which is uh, helping in the development of bone, in the brain development, and in the woman it is important in the time of pregnancy. We learned in detail about these different minerals as well. So today, fast forward, we would be learning about some important things, like some new terms, some terms like you have metabolism. Yeah, like metabolism, you get to hear this term a lot, but what does it mean? So metabolism basically refers to the process that involves the conversion of food into energy. So in your body, digestive process is going on now, where the foods are broken down. The foods are broken down, and you are getting energy from it. And it's the breakdown of food that keeps the body warm. You'll observe that if the person were not to eat in a while, let us say a person is on a hunger strike, or let's say a person has stopped taking in any food, you were to touch the body of that person, huh, the body will feel very cold because he hasn't taken any food. So once you eat the food now, so thereby, while the food is being digested, while it is being broken down, so in the process of doing so, heat is also released. Although carbon dioxide and water and some energy is also released, apart from that, heat is also released. So guys, what happens now? Can you guys answer this to me? Why do we need oxygen? It's a
To
question.
breathe. To breathe.
Okay, that's a general way to answer this question. To breathe, we need oxygen. Okay, but that's not the main reason. No. Ever thought about this? Why do we need oxygen? Think about it. Take 1 or 2 minutes and think about it. Yes, we see that oxygen is necessary for life because it is basically helping your cell to obtain energy from the food. See what basically happens. Just like breathing is happening in your body, there's a process called as respiration also taking place inside your body. Yes. See, in respiration, what basically happens in your body, the food will be reacting with oxygen. The food reacts with oxygen, and in the process of doing so, the food gets broken down. So, thereby, energy is released, carbon dioxide gas is released. Guys, am I audible to both of you? And
Yes.
water is released. So, in order to break down the food into energy, carbon dioxide, and water, oxygen is required. So, the food that you are eating, it has to be broken down. The food will not break down if the body does not get oxygen. So that's why oxygen is necessary. It is necessary for life because it helps the body to survive. It is used in respiration. It's a process that produces energy. And oxygen helps to break down this food and you get energy getting it now. So that's why oxygen is necessary. So metabolism, moments ago we talked about metabolism. It's the process that involves the conversion of food into energy. So this is what metabolism is. Conversion of the food finally into energy.
Into the
Yes. Hello. Jason, you
so
were saying
sir,
something?
for the metabolism, it means that why do we need energy? Oxygen, right?
Yeah. We need oxygen to break down the food. And metabolism is basically conversion of the food into energy. The food that you are getting, basically why we are eating food to obtain energy and to carry out various activities like like walking, running, doing different activities, all that. Furthermore, there's a term called as calcification. See, this term calcification basically means now, see, in your body, sometimes calcium will start to accumulate. The calcium will start to develop inside your body, and it will become very hard. It will become very hard. So, for example, uh, talking about examples of calcification. See, for example, now, mm, have a look at this image that should give you a better clarity regarding this. Basically, we know that the food that we're taking in it contains calcium also, but the food that you're taking, if it contains lots of calcium, so that calcium will start to accumulate in your body, in your tissues, and thereby it will make them hard. So look over in these images, for example, in all these x-rays that you can see over here, there are calcium deposits at various parts of the body. What is happening over here? Look over here.
So like it's like an X-ray.
Yeah, that is an x-ray. See what has happened over here. No? Look at this portion of the leg where I'm going to circle this portion. Hmm. You know, this portion is actually the size is overgrowth. It is overgrown. This all portion that you see over here, this much portion, that is an overgrown portion. Why? Because calcium has gathered, calcium has accumulated in this part of the bone. Right now. So particularly it will be
Yes.
occurring at bones only. Not only, but in other parts also it can occur. So calcification is the accumulation of calcium in the body tissue. It normally occurs in the formation of bone. Right now. Or calcium can be deposited, like here it has deposited in an abnormal manner. So it can lead to various difficulties. Huh? So say for example, if the person develops pain over here while walking, if it develops pain, so after having it, after the x-ray, it is found out that extra calcium has deposited at this part of the leg. That's why the person is having a sensation of pain. Hope you guys are able to understand this.
Yes.
Getting it up?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. There's an important
Sir,
fact.
if we eat more calcium, it will happen for that, right?
If we
If we eat so much of calcium, then that will happen.
okay, yeah, there's a probable chance that it can happen. Okay, it can happen if we are having a diet that contains lot of calcium, thereby it will be depositing in different parts of the body. Good. Furthermore, there's an important thing to know that if you drink water right after having food, that may reduce the speed of digestion and would not assimilate the nutrients that you get from the food. So you should try to drink water at least 2 hours after having food, but do not forget to drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water in a day. So it's not like you should not take any amount of water, but you should just take a 2 or 3 sips of water, just like this much of water after having the food. Right, right now, uh, straight after having a meal, you should not eat. You should not drink water. Okay, no, because it will delay the process of digestion. Is that clear?
Yes.
So we see that drinking water too soon after meal can basically delay the process of digestion. See, basically what happens inside your body, your stomach would be secreting different kind of substances. See, what basically happens now when the food goes into your stomach. So your stomach would be releasing some chemicals into the food. It releases some chemicals into the food that digest the food. That would be helping to digest the food. Furthermore, your intestines are also going to release the chemicals into the food that will help to break it, that will help to digest it. But if you were to drink lots of water, then what will be happening? Those juices will become diluted. See, your stomach, it secretes some acids into the food and it secretes some special juices into the food that helps to digest the food. Okay. And those acids are very strong. Those are strong acids. But if you were to drink, let us say someone has drink, let us say 1 liter of water right after the food, right after taking the food. So thereby that acid will now become weak. Yeah, that will now become weak. So thereby the process of digestion will be delayed. Are you guys able to understand what I'm trying to say, what we are trying to discuss here
Yes.
Yes.
right now? So that is the thing, thereby one should not drink water too soon after having a food, or you should just take a small amount of water because it can cause digestive issues right now. It can weaken the
It
digestive juices.
reduces the speed of digestion.
Exactly. We can see in general way that it reduces the speed of digestion. That's why one should not take too much of water, drink too much of water right after food. Then let us learn about that. What is a balanced diet? Jason, please read this paragraph.
A balanced diet is a diet that has all the necessary nutrients in the amount that is needed for normal body functioning.
Good. To see balanced diet, or whether you call it as a healthy diet, it can be called as a healthy diet also. So basically, the thing is that a balanced diet or healthy diet is the kind of diet that provides your body with all the necessary nutrients that it needs in the right amount. It will include food from different type of food like fruits, vegetable, grains, protein. So it should include,
Carbohydrate,
first of all, we are going to talk about types of food, then later on, okay, na? It should include fruit, you should take
vegetable,
some vegetables, good, then
grains,
grains, you should take
meat.
some
I mean, yeah, dairy products.
Mushrooms,
dairy products, you should take
mushrooms,
Mushrooms. Okay, that can be counted in vegetable. Right now. So you should be taking different type of food
Seafood.
items. A balanced diet will be containing the right amount of carbohydrate. It would be containing the right
Protein.
amount of protein, good.
Fats.
Fat,
Vitamins.
vitamins and
Min-
minerals.
yeah.
minerals.
Minerals, good. Right now. Water, obviously. Although it is not a nutrient, but we can count that too. Water. Fiber. Fiber, basically, we are talking about dietary fiber. That is roughage. So all this should be present in the food. It is especially important for children to have a balanced diet to support their growth and development. It is particularly important for the children right now because a child needs proper nourishment. So it is important for the children for proper growth, for their proper growth and development. So in order to develop a healthy diet, like many times people don't have a healthy diet, they would be eating junk food, they would be eating oily food. So thereby, in order to develop a balanced diet, you should limit unhealthy foods. Avoid foods that are high in sugar, high in salt, high in fat. You should eat raw fruits. You should eat vegetables. Uh, some fruits like salad. You understand what is salad? Uh, so,
Yes.
vegetables like salad, they should be eaten raw instead of cooked. So you can take salad, right? So basically, a balanced diet is a diet which contains a variety of different type of foods, and they contain the adequate amount, the right amount of the required nutrients in the adequate amount. Neither it should be too much, neither it should be too low. Like your food should contain good amount of carbohydrate, protein, huh? And it should, if it contains less amount of vitamins and fat, it is okay. But there should be a good amount of carbohydrate and protein. There should be some amount of vitamins, fats, minerals, water, and dietary fiber, etc. So hope you have understood this. So
Yes.
the, the beneficial thing about the balanced diet is now a nutritious, well balanced diet. It lowers the risk of disease. Balanced diet, it lowers the risk of disease, meaning that if your body is getting all the kind of necessary vitamins, so your body won't be suffering from deficiency diseases like night blindness, rickets, or scurvy or goiter, etc. So a well balanced diet will enhance your health. It will keep you safe from the diseases. So that is why it is important. Now we are going to learn about the deficiency diseases. Diseases which are going to occur due to lack of right amount of nutrients in your food. It will not happen. It does not happen in a person in a day or two. If a person is suffering from lack of nutrients over a long period of time, then deficiency disease will occur in that person right now. So say for example, a person is not taking right amount of vitamins for one day or for 1 week. No, if the person's diet lacks the proper amount of vitamin or other nutrients for a year, for years, for 1 year or for more than 1 year, so then the person might suffer from that deficiency disease. So if we do not take a particular nutrient over a long period of time, we'll be suffering from its deficiency. That's why the name is deficiency disease. Deficiency, what does it mean? Yes.
Deficiency disease means disease that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency disease.
Exactly. But what does the term deficiency mean? It basically means that not having enough of something,
Not having
lacking
enough
something,
yeah.
right now. Lacking something or not having enough. So what does that deficiency means? So for example, talking about like calcium. So the lack of calcium will cause bone and tooth to decay. Because we know that for healthy bones and teeth, calcium is important. So if the body does not get right amount of calcium, so thereby the person would be developing decay in bone and teeth. The would have seen that after an age, people would be complaining about knee pain, back pain.
Yes.
Why does that happen? Because their diet is poor in calcium. So their bones will become thinner. If this was the thickness of the bone earlier, now the bone would become thinner like this. Getting it, guys? Not that much, but try to understand it. What I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So that's why the bones will become weaker also. The tooth, if this was the thickness of the teeth, later on many times you will see that their thickness will reduce like this. Further, you have a vitamin A. Like vitamin A, it leads to loss of vision. Vitamin A leads to loss of vision. So like it will lead to color blindness also. That leads to color blindness, thereby the
Night
person
blindness.
night blindness. Very good. Night blindness. Getting it now. So these are the problems that the person would be suffering if his diet reaches lacks vitamin A. You guys
Sir,
tell me.
color blindness means?
Color blindness. Okay. See, in color blindness, basically what happens now? The person is unable to distinguish between particular colors. For example, in this case, now the person would be unable to distinguish between which is red color, which is green color. So he would confuse between red and green. Getting it now? Generally, what happens?
Yes.
The person is unable to identify which is red and green. See, for example, let us check how good your eyes are. Huh? Let us check how good your eyes are. I'm taking an image. You guys have to tell me whether you guys can read this or not. Okay, no? Okay, you guys tell me how well are you able to read the first image?
71.
That is,
74, 74, 74.
74.
it's 74 actually.
Faster than us.
Yeah. See over here, that is 7, that is 4.
4.
Okay. What about this second image over here?
Sir, all are 2.
2.
All of them are 2. Okay, so then your eyesight is good, right now? Then your eyesight is very good. So that is the thing we were talking about moments ago. So look over here, like in this image, you can see the person who is suffering from deficiency of calcium. In the beginning, I told you about deficiency of calcium. That is important for calcium is important from bone and teeth, the healthy growth of bone and teeth. So if the body suffers from deficiency, so thereby your nails will be brittle. Brittle means that just by scratching it with your another nail or something, it will start to come off. Uh, the person would frequently get bone fractures. Even due to a small accident, the bones will fracture. Skin will be dry. Look at the tooth decay. The person is suffering from this tooth decay right now. Furthermore, it
Yes.
has been observed that heartbeat will also become irregular. Heartbeat, many cases it has been observed that calcium is actually important for maintaining the nerve health right now. So thereby in some cases heart the rate of heartbeat will become irregular. Many times it will lead to muscle spasms, meaning that your muscles will basically contract. Have you guys ever observed this, that many times elderly people would be observing that they are feeling a stretchy sensation in their fingers, particularly in their fingers? Huh? That is muscle
Yes.
spasms basically. So that
Yeah.
also happens due to deficiency of vitamins. The person would complain like, okay, they would say that it is as if someone is pulling their leg, someone is pulling their finger. That is what happens in muscle spasm, no?
Sir,
Yeah.
sometimes my foot sometimes vibrate.
Yeah, that is all due to this right now. So also it can lead to pain also. Muscle spasms, it will lead to pain also. The muscles will become weaker. Muscles that is going to become gradually, if it happens for a long time, it will become weaker. The muscles are going to become weaker.
Sir, how can it be frequent fracture?
How can it lead to frequent fracture? See, if the size of the bone from this, if it decreases to this, if the thickness reduces, so thereby its strength will become less now, it will become weaker now. Getting it?
Yeah.
So that's why. So hope you guys have understood this so far.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at this image over here. This boy, look at the bone and the x-ray of the bone of this boy. Hmm? The boy is suffering from a condition called as rickets. Why does ricket happen? It happens
Uh,
because Mhm.
because of the vitamin
No, not vitamin.
deficiency, disease, like
Not in a general sense. You can say vitamin. It's a particular vitamin. Deficiency of
vitamin
Vitamin D. Vitamin D.
vitamin D. Very good. Very good. Okay, no. Although this is a very common disease. It's a very common deficiency disease. Like if you were to talk about India alone, in India every year there are around how many cases? 10 million cases are registered of rickets per year. How many cases? 10 million cases
10
are
million cases.
observed. Although this is not important from examination point of view, but I'm just telling you an extra fact about this. So 10 million people suffer from this condition every year in India. Although this is treatable, it's not like this can't be treated. With proper medication, uh, it can be treated. So what happens now? In this case, the bone will become soft. The bones are soft. Bones become soft, so thereby they will bend like this. And it is seen in majority of the cases are in the children. So bones will become soft, plus they will become weaker. That's why they tend to bend. Okay, now also if you guys can recall this thing, we learned a interesting thing about phosphorus. Can you recall about that phosphorus? Yeah,
Yeah.
we learned about calcium and phosphorus. No, I already
Yes, sir.
told an I already told an important thing. Try to recall about vitamin D. I already told that calcium and phosphorus can be absorbed only when you take vitamin D. Are you able to recall that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So calcium or phosphorus, particularly calcium, will be taken up by your body only if your diet gets the right amount of vitamin D. So
Vitamin
if
D.
also we have learned one more thing, like this calcium and phosphorus, what was their role in the body? Yeah,
Like they are also needed for formation of bones and teeth.
right now. So for manufacturing of bones and teeth, they are also important. So three things are required for the healthy bones, guys. You have vitamin D, right now, Jason and Halima. Vitamin D is required. Then you have
Yes.
calcium and phosphorus also required. Another thing is that vitamins. Sorry, I mean mineral. Calcium is absorbed by the body with the help of vitamin D. So if your body
Vitamin
lacks
D.
vitamin D, okay now.
Okay.
So if your body lacks vitamin D, you won't be able to the body of the person won't be able to absorb calcium. So hence it leads to a condition called as rickets. The symptoms are that the bones will not grow properly. It will be weak. The children will be developing pain. He will be developing pain in the spine also. Bones will be bent like this right now. So all these are the problems. In several cases, it is seen that the skull will also get deformed. The skulls will also not grow properly. Okay, no? So all these are the problems, but it is treatable. It's not like it can't be treated. This can be treated by taking a diet. If we were to talk about what is the treatment, so simply the one needs to take a diet that is rich in vitamin D. The diet rich in vitamin D, calcium, and phosphorus should be taken along with other medicines that the doctor would be providing, or in some cases there's a chance of surgery also. So hope that much is clear about rickets. Is it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. Right now let's learn about scurvy. So it is a condition that is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C. Right, and vitamin C, we know that the source of
Sir,
vitamin
it
is
is
C that
bleeding of
hmm, bleeding
bleeding
from
of bone.
bleeding from gums,
Yeah.
and delayed healing of wounds. Wounds won't heal quickly. It will take time. Right now, the symptoms are such that you'd see that the person so gums would be bleeding. Huh? His hunger will also go down. Right, and there would be rashes on the skin. So skin rashes. As you can see in the first image, there are rashes on the leg of this boy, of this person. Getting it? The symptoms are the person would be suffering from like rashes on the skin, the gums would be bleeding gums. Hmm. So that is the problem of it. Even it can lead to loss of tooth also. Tooth loss can also happen due to the scurvy. So how it has to be treated? Basically, treatment involves taking a diet that is rich in vitamin C. So a diet rich in vitamin C. Do tell me what are the food that are rich in vitamin C? Yeah.
Examples of vitamins: oranges, lemon.
Lemon. You have
Yeah.
kiwi. You have guava. You have strawberries. All these are the examples of the foods that are rich in vitamin C. Along with this, the vitamin C supplements are also provided, meaning that medicines are also
Sir,
needed
berries
to be
is also there.
taken. What is?
Berry,
Yeah, berries,
blueberry.
different type. Blueberries, very good. We can count that one too here. Blueberries. All these are required. And why does it happen? That because of vitamin C. Hope you're getting it. See, the role of vitamin C is now, if you to talk about what is the role of vitamin C, one must have this question that what is the role of vitamin C in our body? Anyone remember we learned about this previously? We know that it helps in repair. Vitamin C helps in repair, no? It helps in repairing your skin. It helps in repairing our blood vessels, wounds. So first of all, it helps to heal the wound. Heal the wound. That is the role. Furthermore, it will be helping to heal scar as well. So if there's an infection in the mouth, if the gums are
Heal
infected,
what?
heal scar, SCAR. Okay, no? So it helps to heal the wound and it helps to heal the scar. Apart from this, it has got a variety of other functions. Like it is important for growth of skin cells. So there's a variety of role of vitamin C. If the body does not get it in proper amount, thereby the person would be suffering from this conditions. Hope you're getting it.
Sir, can you say what is scar?
What is?
Scar.
Okay, what is scar? Okay, see, basically the thing is that scar is basically say whenever there would be an injury now, Say that this is a wound. So after the wound is healed, scar is left there now. A mark of the wound is left.
Yeah.
So that is what a scar is. Okay, no?
Okay.
So vitamin C can help to treat or heal that scar up to some extent. Okay, so that is the thing about it. Hope you guys have understood this. There are a few questions to be discussed. Let us discuss these questions. Okay. By the way, there was this one also. Goiter, we would be learning about that one too, although we have learned about it previously as well. Okay, read the first question. Yes, Alima.
A dash is essential for forming hemoglobin in the body.
Hmm.
Hemoglobin in the body is for
Yes.
iron.
Iron is required for it, no? Very good. Isn't it, Jason?
Yes.
So that is required in the body. Okay, then answer the next question.
The disease caused by the deficiency of iron is
Okay,
anemia.
that is anemia, by the way. Okay, no? Anemia is left to be discussed. We'll be discussing about it in a moment. First of all, let us complete these questions. Okay, now. Okay, then look at this next question.
The mineral which controls the function of thyroid is phosphorus.
How can it be phosphorus? Yeah, Jason, we have learned about it now previously.
Yes.
Then what is the answer to this question?
I think.
That is iodine.
Oh,
That is iodine. See, see in this image over here, you can see the thyroid gland of this woman has swollen. And why has it swollen? Because the thyroid gland.
I thought it's something else about
No, no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, no, nothing different from that. So that is iodine. Okay, then answer the next question.
The disease caused by the deficiency of iron is goiter.
That is goiter. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see in this image, that is goiter. There are a few more questions, but this anemia was left to be discussed just now. This was added in the slide, but that somehow got deleted. So talking about this anemia, basically the thing is about anemia is that in this what will happen now? Blood will not have healthy red blood cells. In anemia, what happens? Basically, your blood contains different type of cells now. Your blood contains different type of cells, as you can see in this image. Look over here. See, in this image, what has basically happened? The blood cells are there in your body. You have different type of blood cells. Red blood cells are there, white blood cells are there. These are the different type of blood cells in your body. Normally, this is how a healthy red blood cell is going to look like. This is a red blood cell. This is the normal blood cell. Okay, no? But if the person is suffering from anemia, so thereby this is the shape of the cell. This is how it is going to look like. Clearly, it does not look healthy. Clearly, it does not look healthy. Right now.
Yeah.
So thereby, anemia is a condition in which the blood will not be having sufficient amount of healthy red blood cells. So it is resulting from lack of red blood cells. Huh? It is resulting from lack of red blood cells. So in this case, person would be suffering from following conditions. Like person, his like he would be suffering from dizziness. His breathing rate will be more. Huh? He will be having difficulty in problem. He'll be having difficulty in problem. Main cause, talking about what is the main cause for it and why does it happen? It happens due to deficiency of iron in your body. It happens due to deficiency of iron in the body. So by taking iron supplements, by changing your diet, the person can this disease can be treated. Okay, no? So hope you guys have understood this. Symptoms are going to
Yes,
be
sir.
as follows. Yes.
Yes.
Symptoms are going to be as follows. As moments ago, I was telling you that the person would be suffering from dizziness. He would be short of breath. Just like while you are running, while you run, after running, you feel short of breath. Right now, you find it difficult to breathe. You gasp for air. So he will be suffering from short of breath, dizziness. So treatment includes by taking iron supplements. Iron supplements by taking diet that is rich in iron. So basically, what is going to happen over here when you look at these blood cells? In the red blood cells, you have a hemoglobin called as iron. You have a hemoglobin. Sorry, I mean to say hemoglobin. You have a red pigment called as hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin is made up of iron. That is made up of iron. So what happens without enough iron? What is going to happen? Without enough iron, red blood cells, red blood cells won't be able to carry enough oxygen to the body cells to carry enough oxygen to body cells. Here is a look at the person who is suffering from anemia. This is how the person is going to look like. Look at the skin of the person. That looks very pale. Huh? The first image, the first one, not the second one.
Yeah.
That looks very pale now. So
Yes, sir.
that is one of the major symptoms of anemia. Getting it. Apart from that, the person would be suffering from short of breath. Also, if the red blood cells are low in the blood, so thereby skin will look pale. It looks pale. So hope you guys have understood that one too.
It looks a bit of reddish color.
No, the first one though. I'm talking about the first one over here, not the second one. Okay, no.
Yeah.
This person is suffering from anemia. And the main reason for anemia is that there are less amount of iron in your body. If there is less amount of iron in your body, so there would be less amount of red blood cells. Less red blood cells means that less oxygen in the blood. So that is the thing about it. Although every year in India, there are around 10 million cases of anemia also in India as well. Okay, no? And the treatment includes basically taking iron supplements and changing your diet, taking diet that is rich in iron. So hope that is clear. There are some questions to be done. Let us do these questions. We have few minutes left. Okay, now answer the first question. Name the major nutrients in our body. The chapter have been finished, by the way. If you guys have any difficulty or uh, any concepts you'd like to revisit, please to let me know. You guys answer the first question. What are the major nutrients found in the food?
Protein,
Hmm?
carbohydrate,
Yes.
fat,
Good.
vitamin,
Hmm?
dietary fiber. Yeah.
Dietary fiber is not a nutrient. That is basically a component of the food. Water and dietary fiber, except these all are nutrients. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Mhm. Because water and dietary fiber does not hold any nutritional value.
But we can write.
No, you will be writing only minerals, vitamins, proteins,
Okay.
carbohydrates, fats only.
Okay, sir.
But if the question is what are the components found in the food, then you would be adding these two, like water and dietary fibers.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then answer question number 3. Name two foods rich in fat.
Fat,
Uh,
oil, and
meat,
ghee.
cheese,
Cheese, yeah.
fish,
Mm-hmm. Good.
oil,
Oil,
canola oil,
good. Okay,
coconut
Dry
oil.
answer.
coconut.
Good. We have so many examples. We have n number of examples. Answer question number C of question number 2, guys. A vitamin required for maintaining good eyesight.
Good eyesight.
Hmm. What is that
No,
vitamin?
not vitamin.
Yeah, it's a vitamin. No. What is the name of that vitamin? Isn't it?
Vitamin D.
No, vitamin D is required for the healthy bones and teeth now, and for some other functions. Remember the vitamin A? We learned about that one moments ago. We learned about that
Yeah.
vitamin A. No? Okay, mention the vitamin required for coagulation of blood. Blood coagulation. Which vitamin plays a role in coagulating the blood, clotting the blood, basically? Yes.
Starch, potato,
No, no,
and
that's a different thing you are answering. Vitamin K. You guys forgot about vitamin K. We learned about vitamin K. It helps in clotting of blood. Vitamin K is essential for clotting of the blood. So do remember that thing. Okay, no? Okay, you guys would be solve these textbook questions. Okay, I will be asking about it in the next class. And in the next class, you'll be beginning with the new chapter. Okay, no? So
Sir,
that's it.
after the exam, I finished the EVS exam, so we are starting with things around us.
Things around us. That chapter you have started.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, what about you, Jason?
we have only started our cupboard and